Hey guys, it's 1 a.m. Wow, not 1 a.m. 1 p.m. on a Monday afternoon. I'm Rob with Echo Fine Properties, and we're back again highlighting another local business in our community. And this business is, if you can see behind me, it's 561 Carpet and Tile. So let me show you some quick pictures before I bring Matthew on it. And this is incredible, the before and afters. I'm kind of splitting the screen here, so you can see the clean rug and the dirty rug. We got some tile work here also. I mean, look at the difference. Oh my God. Nasty, how nasty tiles can get in rug, especially if you have pets. That's one thing I don't miss. I don't have rug anymore, but the dirtiness that gets into a rug and Matthew's company, this is what they focus on: carpet and tile and getting the clean. I love their saying. I copied it for the post. It says, dogs are cute and dirty rugs are not. And isn't that the truth? So let me throw it right out now to Suzanne Slate, real estate agent at Echo Fine Properties. Hey, Suzanne, how you doing? Happy Monday.
Hey, Rob. Happy Monday. Here we are.
Here we are. We made it to another full week, and we're joined by Mr. Matthew Strader, the owner of 561 Carpet and Tile. Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Good. No problem. So I'm going to let Suzanne take it away, and let's find out a little bit more about Matthew's business and what he does, what he specializes in.
Thanks, Rob. Hi, Matt. How are you?
Good. Very good.
Well, we're really glad that you're here today, because I think what you do and your business are pretty vital to, I would say, 100% of us. Everybody has carpet and tile in their home and in their life, and they need what your service provides, because we live in an area where I think that we get a lot more dirt than probably in other areas. So, but what I'd like to focus on in the beginning is let people know about you. So can you share a little bit about yourself and how you started the business?
Oh yeah. Wow. So probably one of my favorite things to talk about, just because it's, I'm a local guy. I went to school, grew up here, went to school here. My wife's local. She was born here. She grew up here, went to school here. So we love the local aspect of just about everything, local restaurants. I worked for another company back in 2006 when the housing boom was happening. And then I got let go. I was fired. And I'd never been fired before in my life. And my buddy was like, well, I guess you were due. So I didn't know what to do. I just kind of, I went out, I got a loan. I was working for another carpet cleaning company, and I got a loan and I started knocking on doors. And all the while, I had bought a house. I was living on my own, started a business, and then everything just kind of started to come unraveled. The economy was falling apart. Housing market was falling apart. Here I am, fresh feet on the floor kind of guy. And nobody was spending any money. And, I had this new business, and I lucked out. I got linked up with a couple of investment companies that were buying a lot of property, and, they kept me busy for a while, but it was a real struggle. I don't know that starting a business at any point is easy, but starting a business and then having the economy just kind of fall apart under your feet was extra challenging. But and here we are now again in this kind of crazy time where people aren't working, and unemployment's through the roof, and we've managed to chug along. The state allowed us to be an essential business. We're a cleaning company, and we've been doing a lot of commercial stuff, and helping people get prepped and ready for reopening their businesses, and getting their homes back to normal, especially with all the kids being home. And I know we have a couple kids at home, and my wife is really she's on extra duty with all that stuff. So it's been a blessing with all that. We feel very blessed that we've been able to manage and navigate through this.
Well, you must be very good at what you do because to stay alive in these times and people not knowing, what to do, people are at home, but I guess it can work in your favor too, because when you're at home and stuck in your environment, you kind of look at things a little bit differently. You see your rugs are filthy, your tile and your grout, and you're just like, I got to get this cleaned up. I've ignored it for all these years. And so I would think this would be a great opportunity. Have you found that to be true?
Yeah, definitely. People are at home a lot more, and they're noticing. I mean, they have to be. They're noticing. They're noticing stuff they didn't notice before. Plus, there's more activity at home, and especially with carpeting and rugs, the common conception has always been that they house all this bacteria, and that's bad. And they house all that bacteria because that's what they're supposed to do. They're huge filters for your home. And, thousands of years ago when we lived on dirt, people started weaving wool and that became their floor, and it kind of protected them between the elements and their living environment. So it became a barrier of dirt, and that dirt barrier needs to be cleaned. It's the same thing nowadays. Your carpeting and the rugs in your house, they trap and hold all the contaminants so that they don't become airborne. And obviously your filters need to be cleaned. So the same as with the carpet.
Right. Is there a rule of thumb that you can share with people on, that rug looks disgusting in this video here, and they probably had no idea that there was that much dirt and grime there.
Yeah, well, the other thing about this, you can see all the foam. There's other, people will go out and rent machines, and it's totally fine, or they'll hire other carpet cleaning companies, and they'll come out and clean, and they leave a lot of residue. So what you're seeing, it's kind of crooked, but we're just doing a clean water rinse in this rug to get rid of all the loose stuff. And there was a lot of soap residue in there. So we're essentially forcing the soap residue out so that we can put our cleaning agents in and allow them to go and do what they need to do.
So what makes you different from other carpet cleaners?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I don't know much about any other carpet cleaners. We're just,
worked for
busy
one
enough
before.
that
You
we
must be
kind
doing
of
it different.
keep our nose. Yeah. Well, we've been doing this for a long time, and I think it's important for consumers, but it's extra important for us, our families, and our employees that we use safe, non-toxic, no residue cleaning agents. And the reason is because in your home, if somebody brought something into your home, you're only exposed to that one time. We're exposed to it every day. So it took a long time to kind of source the right products to use that aren't just safe, but that actually work. Because we've come across a lot of quote unquote green cleaning products, and they either aren't really safe, they just because the guidelines are so loose with it, they can make a lot of claims. So they either aren't really that safe or they don't do a good job. So it took a while to kind of find something that does both. And that, I think, first and foremost, is something that I really like to harp on, because you really don't know what the person that's coming into your house is bringing into your house. Aside from that, we rely heavily on our technicians, background checks. We have a personal relationship with everybody that works here. We're like a family. We're in each other's weddings. One of the guys that works here, I was the best man at his wedding. We're having another wedding up in Jersey that we're going to. So it's really important to have that, communal aspect here, because if we don't, then when we're in people's homes, they're not going to feel comfortable having a stranger in their house already. But if we can create an environment, a work environment where people enjoy coming here, then people are going to feel more comfortable with us in their homes and, want to use us and refer us.
Sure. Do you have a need from people? I know. it almost makes you want to vomit, honestly.
Yeah, that was
But
a pretty
the
bad
tile
one.
is amazing.
That's an old
That's
picture, but
horrible.
yeah. So
Like,
that tile
if
picture
someone
was from,
Go ahead.
no, I was
You
gonna
have a
say
little
that, yeah, that tile picture's from the Ethan Allen showroom over on PGA. And we've done that a few times, but that was the first time. It hadn't been done in a really, really long time.
So can you always, not, I wouldn't say always, I can't say that, but can you pretty much get out the dirt in a grout if someone like that looks like you could never ever clean that grout, but I see the difference and you
We can get the dirt. Yep, 100% of the dirt comes out. Stains are different. You know, there's chemistry that can change the color of grout. There's chemistry that can change the pH of a carpet. And unfortunately, that stuff isn't always, we can't always remediate that or remedy that. But general soils, absolutely. We work really, really hard. I mean, we're a cleaning company, so, you know, we work really, really hard to make sure that we get all the dirt out.
And we were talking earlier about the sealant, the impenetrate. What was that word?
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
The penetrating sealer or the impregnating sealer?
Yeah, because I
what
think
is
once you
that?
go
Yeah.
through
What
that
is that?
process, what is that?
Yeah.
So
the,
what is that sealer?
those
What that she's
are,
talking about?
Yeah, we have a
yeah,
little
so
lag here.
there's essentially two types of sealer. You've got a topical, which is something that would stay on the surface, and then you have a penetrating, which would absorb into. The topicals are challenging because they have a tendency to lock moisture in and don't allow the floor to breathe, you know, through the grout lines, or for if it's stone, the stone likes to breathe too. And if, you know, if there's any water in there, it wants to evaporate. If it can't, then it'll over time kind of degrade and break down the grout or the stone or even the tile or what's holding the tile in place. So you want to allow that stuff to breathe. The difference between the penetrating sealers is that they absorb into and don't create a barrier, like a plastic barrier over the floor that would trap any moisture in. It still allows the floor to breathe. It just doesn't allow larger contaminants like dirt and soil to absorb as readily.
So you also do area rugs. So that's something you've just started in the last year? Because I would think
Yeah.
there's a ton of people that, you know, want to get their area rugs clean because they have wood or tile and that, you know, they've gotten puppies or kids or whatever with lots of stains and smells in them, like mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you know, we love our pets, but unfortunately, pets are probably our number one culprit to why people call us to have them have anything cleaned. Yeah.
What is that
Now for-
machine you were telling me about?
Oh, so I had a video I sent over. I don't know if we can get that one up. Are you talking about the
Yep. Let me.
the custom the trough that we have?
Yeah.
Let me
So I
pull it.
think
Let me
that's a
pull it up.
really,
Let me pull it
really
up quick.
good
Tell me
video.
this. This video that I have though, the only thing I'm gonna tell you, it's upside down and I can't switch it, but it's fine. Well, you can still see it. Let me know if this is what we're talking about, Matt. Is this the video?
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll make you dizzy.
It's upside.
It is.
It's upside
Yeah,
down,
so I'll
but
kind of walk you.
but-
Yeah. I'll walk you through a little bit. I don't know if I'm experiencing the same lag, but so we essentially wet the rug down. We'll get all the loose contaminants out with fresh water. We roll it into this trough, fill the trough with water, and then we have a circulating system that will kind of force fresh water through the rug. And then you see all that yellow and orange. That's actually dog urine. Some of the rugs that we get are just, you know, that multiple dogs, multiple accidents over long periods of time, and it just accumulates. It's really hard to get that stuff out, you know, with household cleaners or spotting or anything like that. It just requires a lot of a lot of rinsing. So, and this is about 180 gallons of water that gets flushed through. And we'll do that 2 or 3 times to get any of the loose contaminants out.
That's crazy, Suzanne. You see that? Oh my goodness. All the,
I
you
know,
don't
I wondered
realize
how you
the
keep
dirt
that
and
water
grime and
spilling out.
Yeah.
All right.
my goodness. So Matt, if someone's interested in your services, they're watching this now or they watch this video at a later time, what's the best way to get in touch with you? What's your website so people can check out some before and afters?
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways. A lot of people find us through Google, just Googling, carpet cleaning or tile and grout cleaning. We have a couple hundred reviews, 5-star reviews on Google. We have plenty of reviews on Facebook. Our website is 561carpetandtile.com. It's pretty easy. If you can remember the area code, you can remember the name of the company. There's some more before and after pictures on there. We're actually having the website redone. So in the next month or so, we should have a new website. But or you can call us. You can call one of the girls at the office. Our phone numbers are listed in all those places. Or if they just want the phone number, 561-277-8211.
And any job too big or too small for you?
No, I mean, we do our best to accommodate everyone. Obviously if someone has like a little 2x3 area rug, we do have a minimum charge. We want to do our best to accommodate them. Sometimes we'll go out and just pick it up for them in our travels, take it back here. It is a lot of work to get to someone's house and unload our equipment, set up, break down, all of that. So, but yeah, I mean, we're pretty reasonable. We want to help people. That's really why I got into this business. I wanted to be able to provide jobs for people and really just help the people in my community.
And Suzanne, amazing. Another local business owner in our community. Yeah, he said it. He lives here. He's been here his whole life. His wife, they're part of this community. So it's businesses like Matt's, 561 Carpet and Tile that we need to continue to support. I'm sure he knows he has clients that they're like family to him. He said his staff, he's in weddings with the people in his staff. That just goes to show you the close knit community we have here in Palm Beach Gardens in this area. And, you're going to get the service and you're going to get the passion and the care because Matt's, where to find Matt, basically. He can't hide. He lives here. So he's going to do a good job, and he's done a good job over all these years. Give me just a benefit, Matt, of why, I guess you don't realize all the dirt and allergens and things that can be in rug. Why is it a good thing to have your rug, maybe professionally cleaned certain time? I don't know if there's every few months you should have it cleaned or depending on the circumstances, but why is it so important to have it cleaned?
Health. I mean, it's just like any filter. When the filter gets full, it's going to go where it's not supposed to go. So the rule of thumb, and this is kind of a crazy thing, the rule of thumb for vacuuming, just regular vacuuming, is 1 time per week per like living thing. So if you have 2 adults, 2 kids, and a dog, that's 5 times per week. That's vacuuming. Carpet manufacturers recommend 12 to 18 months. We get a lot of, we have a lot of seasonal people here. Sometimes that can go a little bit longer, but generally speaking, the majority of our returning clients are 12 to 18 months. Lately, it's been more just because everyone's home so much more and their kids are home, and it's been more frequent. But a good rule of thumb is every 12 to 18 months.
And it gets rid of the dirt, of course, the grime, the allergens, that sounds disgusting, but I'm sure the dead skin from the dogs and things like that just accumulate in your carpet. They don't even realize. I mean, you don't even realize it.
Well, also from a real estate point of view, being a real estate agent, what if you were going to sell your home? It's a good idea to have, nice clean carpets. The house smells good. Your tile is clean. Your grout is clean. people will automatically buy if they want to buy the home, they're going to offer less. And for a fraction of the price of what someone will knock off the price of the home, you can get it all clean and have it ready. So it's always a good idea, for value of your home also, not to mention the number one, which is health. But, you always want to keep value in your home, whether you're going to leave or not.
Absolutely. And the flooring is the biggest expense you're going to have in a home, period. So why not take care of it? I mean, years and years and years of having any flooring, carpeting gets damaged. But why would you want to spend all the money to replace it when you can spend, less and just have it cleaned regularly? And the one thing I wanted to say about it is a lot of people will kind of put off having carpets or rugs cleaned. If we go in to do some tile cleaning, we'll ask them about their carpets, and it's an overwhelming response. Well, they're not that dirty. And it's hard to tell how dirty a carpet is, because once it appears dirty, that means the fiber's full. There's nowhere else for the dirt to go. So if you see spots or traffic lanes, that means those fibers are full of dirt. You want to get to it before the fiber's full.
That makes sense.
That's interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, that's cool. And then one last question: with the process, when you guys come out to a home, if I call you and say, "Hey, Matt, I need my rugs cleaned," you bring out your equipment, your staff. What's the process? Is it you come in, you clean the floors, and then I can come back in my home once you're done, or do I have to wait a little bit? Do things have to dry? How does that work?
Yeah, good question. So what's unique about us is because we use safe, non-toxic cleaning solutions, you can be in the house. Most of our solutions don't even have an odor. There's no deodorizer. A lot of the deodorizers are just to kind of mask a heavy chemical smell. There's no odor. And we can get the carpets drying in as little as about an hour. So you're pretty much free to be in the house and use your house right away.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, I want to thank you, Matt, for joining us and coming on and telling us more about your business. Again, folks, those of you that are just watching, Matthew Strader, owner of 561 Carpet and Tile in Palm Beach Gardens. And I just found out, this is the fun thing about doing these local business interviews. Matt's basically my neighbor. He lives down the road. Had no idea. We live in the same neighborhood.
Lucky
So
you.
he said, I saw you in your Jeep the other day. I said, what? It's like, yeah. So he lives in my neighborhood. But again, another local guy, him and his wife, born and raised here. They have kids. Their kids go to school here. They give back to the community. They shop at they eat at local restaurants, shop around. So it's businesses like Matt's that we need to continue to support during these times, and keep it local, because the money stays local and the money gets spent local. So Matt, again, I want to thank you and the services you provide through those pictures. I mean, look at this dirty rug behind me. Good God. That picture, I mean, just nastiness. But then look at the difference. Look at the difference. So if you're sitting at home right now and you're looking down at your floor, at your carpet, and it maybe looks a little like the image, can't see my finger right here on this side, you might want to give Matt a call and get that taken care of, because that's nasty. Sorry, folks, that's nasty. But what's the number again, Matt, for people to get in contact with you?
Sure, 561-277-8211. And I'm gonna keep you and just put you right there on all the pictures.
Yes,
you got a good looking face, so it'll be, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I don't know about that. They always said I had a face for radio, so look at that. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
I just got that being blonde.
But yes, again, Matt, thank you so much for joining us. Suzanne, thanks for setting this up again, as always.
Thank you,
we'll
Matt.
be back. We'll be back at 2:00 today with another local business. So a woman in our area, Kate Pracy. Get Beyond is the name of the company. We're going to talk with her. And then at 3:00, we have a good old friend of mine, Dr. Brian LaPointe from FAU Harbor Branch. He's studied the coral reefs in this area for years and years and years, and he's going to talk a little bit about that. So, Matt, thanks again for joining us, Suzanne, and we'll see you guys at 2:00.
Bye, Matt. Thank you.
Bye-bye.